Dear friends, there is no doubt that from its beginning Christianity has had this radical social tradition, sometimes called primitive or religious communism. And we can start with the Hebrew Bible. The prophets like Amos and an important part of the Torah, the divine law, showed a clear bias towards the poor, the dispossessed, the alienated. Over there, they were often put together under the heading of the widows and the orphans. And then, according to the Acts of Apostles, the first church in Jerusalem was organized and lived like an utopian commune of shared possessions. And please understand me well, it was different than what we normally consider under communism. It was ideal communism, not that Marxist ideological cloak for Russian imperialism of the 20th century. Nevertheless, it was a communal living, where resources were shared on the basis of people's needs and not on their worthiness or merits. And yes, one can admit that Acts of Apostles, especially its part about the earliest church, had legendary overtones. Yet, we also know that this early Christian commune was at least to some degree an historical reality. And we know that because apostolic and patristic fathers in their writings mentioned an archaic Christian movement, if you wish, a sect, which they called Ebionim, Ebionioi, Ebionites, or sometimes Anavim. All these names denote the poor, the humble, the gentle, the meek. It was a movement of early Jewish followers of Jesus. They preserved a low Christology and adoptionistic theology. Their writings, especially their Gospel according to Ebionites, was quoted disapprovingly by church fathers, and only very small fragments of that Gospel and their teaching survived in these quotations and on some papyrus shreds. But some modern theologians believe, and I count myself among them, that evangelist Luke included their old hymns in his gospel. Those are the hymns folded into the Luke's nativity story in the first 2 chapters of Luke. Now they are known under their Latin names, Magnificat and Benedictus, possibly also Gloria and Nunc Dimittis. And these hymns are not integral to the storyline. That way we know that they were added later. They were included, quoted in by Luke. And their language was also different, influenced by a long tradition of Semitic, Hebrew or Aramaic poetry. In addition, they share not only Hebrew poetic structure, but also Hebrew Bible prophetic ethos. Especially Magnificat is driven by the radical social message of divine justice, reversal of fortunes. In Magnificat, God is siding with the lowly, with the meek and downtrodden, and denouncing unequivocally the rich, the powerful, and the arrogant. And so, the Magnificat, this beloved hymn set to music by so many composers, is our connection to early Christian commune in Jerusalem, if you wish, to early Christian communism. And that is something you might not know about the Bible.